Are we live? Did we do it? Hello and welcome to BlueList TV. We're here today for another episode of Liner Notes. I'm Jazz, and guys, with me today is Dylan Conrique to talk about her new EP, Pieces. And in Liner Notes, it's a show where we deep dive into the discographies of your favorite artists. So let's get to diving. Dylan, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
Do you like a little intro?
I know. I'm like, what's up?
So, Pieces came out midnight.
Yes.
Were you just waiting, like, at midnight for the... you did a countdown? How'd you feel?
I went to Cold Stone. I got ice cream to celebrate it, so I was like...
Yeah, what flavor?
Oh, I get the cookie dough you want some. It's so good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm, I think, a cake lover. Like a,
okay.
Yeah, you know, one of those. But that's a great way to celebrate.
Yeah.
How late were you up once it came out? Like, were you responding to fans? How did you feel?
Yeah, so... For my time, it was actually 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, okay. Oh, true.
So it wasn't too late. But, yeah, immediately when it came out, I saw everyone was reposting it. So I was, like, really proud of that. And just, you know, reposting everyone's stuff. And, yeah, all the love is just insane.
Gosh, I've been, like, looking at the Instagrams and, like, seeing everyone's comments. And everyone's so pumped for you. Like, maybe even more excited. Like, they're so excited for you to release this. How long did it take for you to work on this album? Like, when did you start the first song? And, well, I know Birthday Cake is on that. That's been released. And Pieces came out a few weeks ago. But, like, how long did it take you to kind of finish this?
Yeah, so we had a meeting where they're like, do you want to do an EP? And I think it was in December, I believe. And I was like, oh, I don't know, like... Just the thought of, like, more than one song coming out terrifies me at once. And so I was just like, you know, like, let's just feel it out. And so I already had, like, a Nashville trip booked in January.
Okay.
And so I was, like, going to test the waters with that and see how that went.
Yeah.
And I ended up writing 2 of the songs that are on the EP in Nashville.
Okay.
Which I did not think was going to happen. And... I think it was just right away we knew that those were the songs.
Yeah.
And so since January, we've been working on this.
Okay. And which 2 did you write in Nashville?
That would be Pieces and Down from the High.
Okay. So I saw your TikTok, your Instagram, where you were talking about how you wrote Pieces in 45 minutes on your second to last day. So what were the first couple days of the session like, where you're kind of like trying to figure out what to write about, you know?
I went in having no clue.
Okay.
Like, I don't really plan ahead. And I went in, and these people just had such a good vibe that I felt really comfortable to just tell them my whole life story.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was talking to them about how I don't know how to write another sad song because I'm in a happy relationship. And so they're like, well, do you know anyone else going through a breakup? And I was, like, thinking about it, and I was like, actually... There's this TikTok couple that went through a breakup, and my For You page was like, here you go.
Yeah.
Like,
the
here's
universe
all the info on everything, and I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And so I ended up writing about that, just because I think I felt, you know, the same way that she felt. I felt that before.
Yeah.
Going through that breakup, and so, I don't know, I felt like it was something that was really easy to write about. But yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I feel like being able to pull from other people's stories definitely like opens up what you can talk about.
Yeah.
And I know you did the same for Birthday Cake. Do you feel like you're going to do more of that style, especially being in a happy relationship and wanting to create like sad songs like for people?
Oh yeah, for sure. I gotta figure out which couple to write about next time. I'm kidding.
You're just gonna pick?
Yeah, I'm just gonna scroll. No, but I do find it sometimes difficult to take ideas from, you know, other things that I see.
Yeah.
And it takes a minute for that to kind of evolve into a story, to be into a song.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this one was really quick, and I was not prepared for how quick that went by. But yeah, we started at 11, and we ended at like 2:30, I think.
Okay, is that a usual like session time, or is
In
that
Nashville.
a short one?
In Nashville, they go by really quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you got that content, like, what is it? How do you kind of do your writing process once you figure out the content? Because you've been writing since you were 14.
Yeah.
So has your kind of writing process changed since then, or like evolved somehow?
I'm for sure. I used to let everyone else kind of take over because I had no clue what I was doing. I was like, I don't even know where to start. And so I think now I feel more involved in the writing process. Just from Birthday Cake, since then I've just been more involved in general.
Yeah.
But there's so many more things that I need to learn to be a great writer, and I'm still like on that path for sure. And I'm just learning from the best, and I love all the people I work with. So
Yeah. Did you learn any new tips or tricks while you're in Nashville?
Yeah, so I usually start with a verse.
Okay.
And I noticed that every time I started with a verse, I never knew where the chorus was going to go. And so now I start with the chorus.
From time immemorial, none have escaped the torment of war.
I didn't think becoming a pilot was possible because I hadn't seen anyone in my sphere do what I'm doing now. Having people that look like you in positions that you aspire to be motivates one to say, okay, if they can do it, I can too.
A war is coming. We can fight together.
1, 2, 3!
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
This is Academy Medal for you guys. The MVP trophy for Summit. And why is this here?
너무 커서 내 캐리어에 안 들어가.
나도.
First song. Shout out.
Is it out? The fans are already on it.
Yeah, she's out, but I don't think you'll be able to find her. But yeah, that was like one of my first songs that I ever wrote. I never really thought about writing songs when I was younger. I think also because like I was dealing with like school drama, you know, like someone forgetting me at the playground or something.
Yeah, so relatable. We've all been there.
Yeah. So I think I just never. That wasn't like the first thing I thought about was writing a song about it.
Yeah.
I just like would sing other songs that were already made.
Okay, that makes sense. But when did you feel like you wanted to start sharing your music? Like your EP, Baby Blue, came out in 2020. But what, like, was that the timing or what made you want to start then?
I think when I signed with my label when I was 14, I didn't really know anything. I had no clue what the whole industry was. And when they were talking about like, would you like to be involved with the writing process? And I was like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know what that means. And they're like, let's have you do a couple sessions and we'll see what, where you go from there. And I was like, okay, sweet. So I think it was my third session or second session, I ended up writing Baby Blue. And that came out 2020. That's crazy.
That's insane. It worked out perfectly. Baby Blue is awesome.
Thank you.
And so cohesive too. I love how like the music videos all fit. Did you plan that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the whole EP of that around that part. Yeah. We wanted it to be like a whole storyline of like the boy next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And then your bestie was like in that last one, right? That you wrote Birthday Cake about.
Oh yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Love
I love
that.
her.
Well, okay. Speaking of. That, let's kind of into the EP. Let's kind of break down each of the songs, how you kind of wrote it. So starting with Birthday Cake, I know that was written a while ago. You pulled inspiration from other people's stories and getting the sad songs while you're happy. I want to know how do you kind of like get into the zone to create more of this sad kind of content? Like, do you kind of listen to other sad music? Like, you have a breakup playlist?
I do.
You kind of listen to that to kind of like get into the zone, or?
I weirdly listen to Hot Country before any session.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know why. I'm just like, what's new? And I just like put it on. But when I went in for birthday cake, I was kind of upset that day, just over, like, I felt like as if I was almost just burnt out, and I might have had, like, a writer's block, and I mean, when that happens, you get pretty frustrated about that. So I went into this session just kind of, like, you know, that in the back of my head. And when we were talking and we were going through ideas, we had a little idea that we started writing, but it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
And they were just like, how about you just tell us, like, the past couple years of your life? And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And, like, from the beginning? And they're like, yeah, why not? And so what seemed to be, like, a major part was my best friend losing her mom. And that was kind of something that, like, I talked about that more than the rest of anything else.
Yeah.
And, you know, I expressed to them how, like, I just thought that she, you know, held back a lot after her mom passed, and that she wasn't really living life to her fullest. And I just felt like she really changed when all that happened.
Yeah, understandably.
And
so.
anytime I tried to talk to her, she didn't want to talk about it. So I was like, okay, of course, I get that. And, you know, I just wanted to find a different way to get to her with a song.
Yeah.
And so we ended up writing Birthday Cake, which actually went by, I would say we wrote that in like 3 hours, three or 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lovely way to, like, celebrate your best friend's mom's life. So, like, it's a great song, and it's definitely, like, one of fans' favorites, which is so cool to see them connect to something that's truly so personal to someone else, you know?
Yeah, I did not, I mean, that song was probably in my notes app for about a year.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on putting it out at all.
Okay.
And so when January came around, the idea was brought back up, and I was like, you know, I don't really know. I'm not quite sure. And so I talked to my best friend. I talked to my best friend's family, and it kind of was just like, I don't know what to do with the song. And they're like, put it out. And I was like, but I need, like, an okay for that, you know? Because I thought it was really specific to her life that I was like, I was really nervous about putting it out. And so when that happened, I was like, okay, I guess I'll put it out. And I did not realize that that it was going to impact so many people and help so many people. And I just, like, still to this day am still in shock of, I mean, I, like, literally am on my For You page and Birthday Cake will show up, and I'm like, I'll skip past it, and then I'll be like, wait a second. I've heard that before. I've heard that song before. And it's crazy how that song just, like, changed my life completely. I mean, I went on my own little tour. I went to New York. I did a show in LA. I did 2 London shows, which I never thought I'd be in London anytime soon. So that was crazy. And then I, you know, opened up for Mimi Webb. And then I recently opened up for Spencer Sutherland. I got back from tour April 8th. So
Recently,
yeah, it's been, like, crazy.
A whirlwind, but, like, is that one of your favorite songs to perform live?
Birthday Cake?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I always find, like, a group of people, even if the crowd doesn't, you know me or even know the song, but, like, I always find a group of people in the crowd, and they're just belting it, and I just go off their energy. And, yeah.
That's so awesome. Well, okay. With what's your favorite song from the discography that you currently have outside of Birthday Cake to perform live? Like, these are going to be some new songs.
All of my songs.
Yeah. Oh, all of them?
All of them are from the EP.
From the EP.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, all of them and the EP. Yeah. 2 for 1.
Okay, so the one from the EP. That's so hard.
I know, you got
I haven't performed Sticks and Stones.
Okay.
So if I had to pick from Pieces or Down from the High, I would say Down from the High, just because I have my guitarist with me all the time, Gray, and he has the most energy on that song.
Okay.
And so we just, like, jump up and down the whole time on stage, so it's really fun.
Ooh, that's so fun. I watched some of your videos, and I'm like, the energy, and like, you sing some, like, NSYNC songs.
Country song, Barry from Rascal Flatts.
Oh, iconic. Life is a Highway.
Him.
Like,
yeah, I'm going to his concert on
Really?
Monday. Yeah.
Ooh, so fun.
I'm so excited. But yeah, I would love to do country music, but
One day.
I also like you know, the sad music.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
Keep going with the sad.
Yeah.
Actually, on Spotify, I think you are, your music's listed under some Spotify playlists like Sad Bops and Sad Hour and Broken Heart. Like, how do you feel about that?
Okay, Birthday Cake has been on Sad Hour, which is insane, for over a year.
Oh, wow.
It hasn't
It's
left
not leaving.
Sad Hour.
It's the official, like, number one song.
Okay, your time's up. Come on. No, but she's like, I'm staying. So, that song has been on there. I'm not sure if I Miss You still on there, but Birthday Cake has, like, it's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, I still, like, I listen to Sad Hour, and then my song comes up, and I'm like, what?
Do you listen to your song when it comes up, or do you skip? You're like, I know this one.
I skip. No, that's just because, like, I probably listened to the song at least like 200 times
Really?
before
Yeah, of course.
it came out. But I also, like, when I sing it live, I think it's more of a different feeling. It's more of like a connection thing.
Yeah.
I feel more connected when I'm singing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah. Than rather listening to it back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so next on the list is Down from the High. I wanted to know, what's your favorite lyric from this track? I know you had like, you post on TikTok a lot. I know that the good turns into goodbye, like that part.
Yeah.
That's my favorite lyric from it. But is that yours, like, or do you have a different one, or is there like a standout line that you really enjoyed writing and you're like, this is it for me?
I enjoyed writing. It's the beginning of the second verse. It's hard to love me when I'm only thinking about what happens next. Just because I still do that to this day.
Yeah.
Like, I just second guess a lot of things, and you know, over time that hurts you. And so, you know, I feel that every day, and I get it.
I mean, do you feel like you've overcome that a little bit, or like, are there ways that you've kind of developed to stop second guessing yourself?
I feel like it's gotten more the older I get.
Okay.
When I was younger,
Wiser, older.
I didn't have a care. I was just, you know, I was a kid. And so I think now, like, I'm living on my own, and I'm figuring things out, that, like, I do second guess a lot of things that I do, that I have to, like, call my mom and be like, I need your help. And I hate asking for help after I was like, Mom, I can be by myself.
Yeah, like, I'm an adult, Mom.
Yeah.
Like, I got this.
Now I have to call her and ask her, like, the ingredients or something. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I think it's gotten a little more the older I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. I still call my mom for, like...
Yeah, I will
Random
forever call my mom for stuff. I'm not going to look it up.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah.
Okay, so with Pieces, speaking of lyrics, the lyric, I wish I knew where we'd be a year from now. Where do you think that you'll be a year from now? What are some goals you have for this year?
That's crazy. I don't even know what's happening tomorrow. I'm like, I don't know. I really hope that I'd be on, like, a headline tour. Even just, I also love opening up too. So that's also, like, a great thing I love doing. But I want to be back on tour. I hope that my music, you know, like, I'm still figuring out myself.
Yeah.
And I'm still figuring out my sound. And I hope that I'm 10 more steps closer by the time the year is up. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, something to look forward to is June 29th.
Yes.
Dylan Conrique fans, she'll be doing an LA show, and tickets go on sale today, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
today,
tickets are on sale right now. So what is that going to be? It's going to be a one-day only show.
Yeah, one night only in Los Angeles. It's going to be really cool. I did one a year ago.
Okay.
I think I did it in July, I would say. Yeah. Did it almost a year ago, and so I love doing it, and, like, this is like my home. So yeah, I'm excited. And the show last time was great. It was my first show, so I was really nervous. Now I feel like I'm not gonna be as nervous, so I'll put on a better
nerves
show.
are kind of like on a backseat.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a favorite place that you've performed so far? I know you said you're in London, you're here, you're in Tennessee. Like, where's your favorite place that you've performed, and where's somewhere that you want to perform?
St. Louis was great.
Okay.
Also, El Paso was amazing.
Ooh.
I think mine has always been the Madison Square Garden that I'd love to perform
dream.
at. Like, I mean, it's beautiful.
And it's also iconic.
Yeah, it's very iconic.
It's definitely a bucket list like venue.
Yeah.
There's so many. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Okay, so Back to Pieces. It's your lead single, the EP, and obviously a very personal song for you. Do you have any other personal fave tracks from the project? Any like standout ones that you said Sticks and Stones before?
Yeah, Sticks and Stones. That one took, I think that was about 5 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that the longest you think it's taken to write a song, or what's the longest?
I still have a song that's not even finished. It's been a year. I literally have a track and a melody, and there's no lyrics yet.
Listen, one day when it comes out,
one day, yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, Sticks and Stones was a little difficult, just because we knew what we wanted to say, and we knew we wanted Sticks and Stones. We wanted that whole phrase, and it just wasn't working in any of the melodies. And so we were just like sitting there like, okay, let's have a lunch break. Okay, let's do this. So we took our minds off of things. And then Jackson, who is the producer, also writer, he was like, I got it. And we were like, finally.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
So
is it?
I love that song, and writing it was also really fun. Writing all these songs were really fun because everyone's just a great like energy.
Yeah.
And overall, like, this project is like the closest to me that I've ever gotten.
Okay. When you guys are like writing and everyone's like pitching, maybe like, is it like a line that they're pitching or a whole verse, or you guys just kind of like, you have the idea and you're like, how about this? How about this? Like,
I think it's just like, you know, if you find like a line in the, like melodies wise, like we all kind of just mess around and we're like, oh, I like that. And then we'll stick with that. And then we can see if we can do anything else with it. And then from there, we're like, okay, what do we want to say in this? And so then we go from there. And then I'll be like, oh, something time. And so they're like, okay, well, could we say something that works with time or something?
I feel like you did a good job because like Sticks and Stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you is like the phrase we all know.
Yeah.
But you twisted it a bit and it works.
Yeah.
It fits. So with that, what's some of the best advice you've ever like received while dealing with pain? Or do you have any advice for people who are dealing with pain besides streaming the new EP?
I think the advice that I got that I will pass on it was what my mom said. My mom said something of like, when I went through my first like heartbreak, she was telling me that like how I feel isn't gonna last long. And I never really understood that until like months later, to where I was like, who was that girl? Like, why was she so sad? And like, you know, like at the end of something, if there's always going to be a better later.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Great
and
advice,
I never knew it until now.
Yeah.
Now I look back and like, crybaby.
Time really heals all.
Yes.
Like, I feel like that's one of the best.
Yeah,
just
being
ways to get
around
over
family
everything.
and friends and just like, I was completely distracting myself. And I think I was distracting myself too much to where like when I was by myself, I was like, whoa. So, just don't be by yourself.
Step one, time. Step two, surround yourself with good people.
Yeah, I was always hitting my friends up. I'm like, what are you doing right this second? I needed distractions.
Sure. Shout out to friends, especially during a breakup. So, okay, we also have Gatekeeper. So, Gatekeeper is kind of about leaving home, and Homesick from your first EP is about wanting to go back. So, how do you feel? That's kind of like an evolution a little bit. Like, how do you feel what did you want to say with Gatekeeper that you feel like you didn't say with Homesick?
Oh. That is hard, just because I feel like it's the opposite now for me. Like, it was Gatekeeper, was like, I want to be on my own. And it's like the order is Gatekeeper, Homesick. Now I'm like, oh, I miss being home. And I love being home. And so I feel like now if I were to put those songs out, I would put it Gatekeeper, then Homesick in that order.
It makes sense.
Yeah, so I think just like overall as time passes, and you know, my parents and my brother, they're about like 6 hours away from me.
Okay.
And my sister too. And so that's also hard because, you know, when I'm not doing anything, they're together and I'm like jealous.
FOMO.
I'm FOMO for sure. So I don't know what I would say. I think I would just be like, if this is how you feel, just make it happen. Just go home.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's just like my best advice to my past self.
Yeah, just go home. Sometimes you just need to go home.
Yeah.
And just get like a total recheck, like a
Just
body.
grounded. Yeah.
Okay, so in the music video for Gatekeeper, you left a little horse on the mirror at the end.
Yeah.
What was that about? And what is that little figurine? I also loved, like, I think there's figurines in a different music video. Or maybe it's that one.
Yeah, in this one.
Okay,
there's
yeah.
a horse, yeah. So my parents, when I was born in the Bay Area. My parents had 20 acres of land.
Oh, wow.
They boarded horses. So,
okay.
you know, my dad was in the rodeo. He rode broncs. My mom, you know, also rode horses. My sister rode horses.
Wow.
So that was our whole life. Just like on property, dirt. There was no pavement, nothing, no nice grass. So, yeah, my whole life I've been around horses and animals. So, kind of leaving that horse was like, almost like just putting a statement like, this is me. Like, if that was like a figure.
This will always
like
be me.
leaving myself, you know, leaving a part of myself. Because leaving home was kind of leaving a part of myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, I love that. Do you still have the horse figurine? Was that like something from
I actually think it's still in that house. So that
really?
house that we filmed it
Okay.
in was my house in LA with my parents. And my parents moved out of it to move back home to Northern California. And so there were lots of emotions already during that day because,
sure.
you know, my parents were moving, I was moving to my own apartment. And so there was like, it was a lot. So, but that horse is still there. From the last time I remember, it's still on the mirror. Because the mirror, I don't really think you could take off the wall. We tried.
Yeah.
So the horse is there.
Just like super glue it.
Yeah.
It's never leaving.
Yeah.
What do you miss most about being home when you're on tour or in Nashville or somewhere else?
Yeah. I miss my dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dogs and the cat?
The dogs and the cat. She probably doesn't miss me, but I know my other dog does. No, I love being surrounded by animals. Like, literally, I'm in this whole thing right now where I'm like, I need a dog.
Yeah.
Because I'm in an apartment with no animal and I'm going crazy over it. But I don't know why. I just love my animals so much.
Yeah.
And
Don't we all?
it's like, we're so lucky to have them. Like, we don't deserve them.
They don't even know it.
I know. They just love us, and I love them. But that's probably one thing that I miss. I miss driving when I'm on tour. I love it driving.
Yeah.
And then I go on tour, and I'm like, not driving the whole
Somebody
time.
drives
I'm like,
you.
oh my gosh, I just want to.
Like, can I get behind the wheel real quick?
Yeah. I don't know if I trust myself behind the wheel of those things.
Is it like a tour bus? Like,
we were in a tour van, but I don't think I
Okay.
could do it.
yeah, those are big. They're like real honking type of cars.
They don't fit through no drive-through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
No.
driving in like LA. No way.
Yeah.
So you have a TikTok about things to remember when you move away from home.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things you learned living in your own space?
Oh, where the broil is on your oven.
Do you broil a lot? Is that
No, I
important?
just broil like garlic bread.
Oh, okay, smart.
So,
yeah, that's good.
So I do that. Learned where that was. What else? Oh, you have to clean out your air filters and your...
Yeah, for sure.
I just learned that one. What else?
These are some good tips.
Oh, the bananas. Because, you know...
Oh, I think I saw them in the TikTok.
Yes.
I've never
There's
actually
this
thought about
plastic
that.
piece that's on the bananas that supposedly keeps it fresh. And I always take it off for some reason.
I don't think I've ever bought bananas with that little piece, and now I'm like, what?
I think
Why aren't I
they're the
getting
ones
these
at Trader
bananas?
Joe's. Because the one that I goes to has no plastic on them.
Yeah, I'm buying regular bananas.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's.
Trader
okay.
Joe's is the fancy ones. Yeah.
Okay, so with these 5 songs, do you feel like a part of you, when you release something, do you feel like a part of you is now like off your shoulders by finally releasing like a new project? Or do you feel like you're missing kind of that moment where you're writing and still getting everything done?
I think when I write the song, that's like some weight.
Yeah.
And then the song coming out and people saying that they like it is all of the weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it comes in waves of like all of that, just because I always get nervous. I'm like, okay, well, is anyone gonna like this? Like,
Yeah.
you second guess yourself. You just, it's something that everyone does, and I don't know, I've gotten used to just being like, all right, does it sound good? Like, I trust my team with everything. If they're like, Dylan, this is great, I'm like, okay, just put it out. I'm like, I don't want to see.
Well, I feel like, has your team ever like told you like, no, let's change something? Or have they always been just like, no, you did it, good job?
No, I mean, they're also, I have a really great A&R who also helps me with, you know, just because I also don't know how to explain things. So when I explain it to him, he's like, I got it. And then he'll
love those
pass
type of
that
people.
on. So, yeah. I think I love them. I love them being honest with me. I love anyone being honest with me about it. So, yeah.
That's helpful. A good, honest team. Well, guys, we're going to hear Dylan perform some new songs from her EP. She's going to do, well, she'll tell you. But stick around because, Dylan, we'd love to hear you perform. I think Pieces first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, she's going to get set up. Also, we see your questions, and we're going to get to a Q&A, so keep sending questions on Twitch, and we'll ask Dylan in a little bit, but here we go. Oh, and we're going to get to the performance. So Pieces first, and then Dylan will tell you what she's singing next.
It started out all perfectly and put together. Look at us now, we can't even look at each other. Blame it on love dying, blame it on bad timing. You're hanging out with all the girls I worried about. I was so sure about us, but now I'm having some doubts. I wish I knew where we'd be a year from now. I loved you, but you weren't ready, and I can't seem to let you go. It's just the way I live. I pour my heart in something. You come in with the wind and wreck me like it's nothing. Oh, I'm just so confused how you could love into leaving me with the pieces. I'm drowning, these eyes have cried, it's getting heavy. It don't make sense, where are your tears? Do you have any? It's like you don't even care. Oh, this is so unfair. I loved you, but you weren't ready, and I can't seem to let you go. It's just the way I live. I pour my heart in something. You come in with the wind and wreck me like it's nothing. Oh, I'm just so confused how you could love into leaving, to leaving. 'Cause I loved you to pieces, gave you everything that you needed. How could you go from loving to leaving me with the pieces? This next song is called Down from the High. I haven't cried or cracked the ice. No, you and I, we've just been fine. We've just been fine. My head's a mess, I'm second guessing, finding exits, don't know why. I don't know why. I wish you'd make a mistake, see something wrong to me, babe. I hate to call you this late, but I know that good turns into goodbye. And oh, it's a long fall down from the high. I know the clouds, they'll find our blue sky, and they'll pour the rain the second I think we're safe. So baby, holding my breath, they ain't found us yet. Don't tell me you love me, don't let me forget that. Turns into goodbye, and oh, we long fall down from the high, down from the high. It's hard to love me, it's just me. It's hard to love me when I'm only thinking of what happens next. What happens next? Are you the one that holds the sun and keeps the storm from rolling in? Well, does that exist? I wish you make a mistake, see something wrong to me, babe. I hate to call you this late, but I know that good turns into goodbye. And oh, it's a long fall down from the high. I know the clouds, they'll find our blue sky, and they'll pour the rain the second I think we're safe. So baby, holding my breath, they ain't found us yet. Don't tell me you love me, don't let me forget that. Good turns into goodbye, and oh, it's a long fall down from the high, down from the high, down from the high, down from the high. I know that good turns into goodbye. Turns into goodbye. And oh, it's a long fall down from the high. I know the clouds, they'll find our blue sky, and they'll pour the rain the second I think we'll see. So baby, holding my breath, they ain't found us yet. Don't tell me you love me, don't let me forget that. Good turns into goodbye, and oh, it's a long fall down from the high, down the high, down from the high, down from the high, down from the high. Thank you.
It's always so interesting. Oh, yeah, bring it on back to me. It's always so interesting being so hyped up about songs that are literally so sad. Right? Like jamming over here, like, it's so fun. So, Dylan, you got a lot of fans, and they have some questions. Yeah. And so, I definitely want to get to those. So, starting off with Dylan's Gatekeeper on Twitch wants to know, are you planning on touring again soon?
I think with the Los Angeles show, we'll see how that goes, and we'll see, what's next. But let me know where you are, and let me know if you would love to see me in your state.
Okay, actually, funny enough, a bunch of people have been saying, come to UK, come to Germany.
I would love to go to the UK.
A Europe tour? Ooh, where are some places you would love to check out in Europe?
I don't even know. I honestly, I don't really know a lot about, I only know what's in the United States, to be honest. But I just want to be out of California. Yeah. So wherever else is not California, I'm down.
Do you have any other, I know we talked about venues that you want to check out, but any places like in the U.S. that you'd want to hit?
Any I don't know certain
Cities?
venues, but cities, I would love to do New York again.
Okay.
I would love to do El Paso again, St. Louis, St. Paul, Oh, some places in Texas, Dallas, and Houston and Austin.
Okay.
I would love to hit those again.
That would, I feel like you're going like around the country with
Yeah.
this. That would be so fun.
I'm like going backwards.
Yeah. Okay, well, actually, Ivy2612 actually was one of the people that said, come to the UK, please. And then somebody said Germany. Let me make sure I got the names. The font is small. Sholmatsky. Is there any chance you come to Germany to perform? So maybe there's a chance. Tamara, KU, these Twitch names are hard, guys. Don't roast me. Kukik02, which song was the hardest to release?
Probably, I would say Down from the High, just because I was like, people are so used to me only singing like really slow songs, so I was a little bit concerned on how people feel about Down from the High. Also Sticks and Stones, because Sticks and Stones is very personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Down from the High, is a little more like upbeat. Still, how do you feel like doing that different kind of tempo like that? Do you want to do more like that?
I love it, yeah. I don't know, I came in and I was like, I love this song called High Horse from Casey Musgraves. And I love the feeling that it gives you. And I feel like Down from the High gives you that a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah.
It's definitely a vibe.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, All the Love, Lavinia, do you enjoy writing part of a song as much as the performing?
Oh.
Yeah, so which process do you like more, performing or writing?
I would say performing. After being on tour recently, I was like, that's my happiness right there. Like, that's where, like, when I'm home, I'm like, only wishing that I was on tour again, back on stage. So, yeah.
I feel like, do you like to, okay, we talked about this before, but like, when you finish writing a song and you feel that like relief you said, do you kind of get that same energy of when you finally get to perform it for the first time?
I feel like it's just all nerves. Just because, in rehearsal's almost the same, but a little bit different because you're now in front of a live audience. And so I think there's more pressure with that because you're like, I hope these people like it. Also, like, I hope I don't screw it up. So, yeah, there's also that.
I feel like you don't have any tongue twister lyrics, which is good because that's always like hard to perform. Like
because I cannot do that. There's a reason why there's no tongue twisters in it.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe.
Dylan's Gatekeeper. Is there an artist that you would love to, that you would dream of collabing with? Yeah, I mean, you said Rascal Flatts.
Rascal Flatts for sure, Gary.
Anyone else?
Casey Musgraves.
I mean,
Jason Aldean, Tim McGraw. I know a lot of people, honestly.
That country pop song, or that country pop album it's working its way in.
I'm like, Tim McGraw, can you duet on my song?
Tim McGraw, we're coming for you.
Please.
Okay, All the Love, Lavina. Would you ever consider writing for other artists in the future?
Yeah, I actually was thinking about that recently, just because I feel like I have a lot of songs that I'm like, this isn't quite me, but I would also love to be in the room with other artists and writing for them, because I feel like that's also another thing that I'm missing out on.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Do you have anyone that you would like want to write with off the top of your head?
Not at the top of my head. I'll have to think about that one.
Okay. Come back and ask her on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. Ella Rin Timant. Listen, again, try my best. What's the one song you wish you wrote? That's a good one.
This is actually a funny thing. I get this question from my label once every year, and I still haven't been able to answer this, just because I am like, well, that artist nailed it. Like, how would I have been able to do what that artist did? And I still feel that way. I still feel like there's a lot of songs that I've been like, oh, I love this song. But also it's like, I try to imagine myself putting it out. I'm like, I don't know if that would have like clicked or like been the same. So, yeah.
Do you have any songs that you would like to like cover?
Well, I already did I Want It That Way.
Yeah.
Iconic. Iconic. Come Wake Me Up, Rascal Flatts. I think it's called Dancing with Your Ghost, but I'm not sure who it's from.
It's giving Carrie Underwood, but I'm not sure. Maybe she has a different song about ghosts. Never mind.
She does.
Yeah, you know
I've
what I'm
heard
talking
that
about?
one. Yeah. This one, I want to say it's Sasha Sloan, but I don't.
Somebody
I
fact
might
check
be
that
wrong.
in the comments.
Someone please help me out with that one.
Okay, Alda Love Lavina, in the writing sessions, is the atmosphere always rather emotionally loaded, or do you and your team keep it strict and professional to get the song done?
Oh, no. Like the sessions?
Yeah.
They're chaotic.
Okay,
Oh,
how
yeah.
so?
They're not professional at all. I think but that's a good thing. Like when you go into a session and you're like trying to be all serious, like that can block you from, just being creative in general. And so, I tend to just kind of lay back. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, being professional, like when you're trying to get something done, doesn't always work. Sometimes you just really need to be with good energy and just see what happens.
Yeah, this, I'm professional right now.
Do you feel like you have any writing session, like rituals that you do? Like something to prepare? No grapes, obviously.
Red Bull.
Okay.
Red Bull, sugar-free though. The original gives me the jitters, I'll be honest. Red Bull, always snacks, because if it's not snacks, I will waste my money on Postmates. I tend to just always I kind of shut myself out of it because I also want to hear other people's stories too before we get into writing about my story specifically, because I'm like, is there anything we can take from what's going on with you and stuff? So I always try to be kind of
open. Sharing stories in the room. Okay.
Yeah, before it was never like that until I was like, something's got to change. Yeah. Because I don't know what to write about. But yeah, I like when everyone's just kind of open with each other, and that gets the session going.
Do you feel like you bond with your songwriters every time you leave a session? You're like, I know so much about you now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I come back, I'm like, how is this person?
Yeah, checking in.
Yeah.
Tamara Kukik 02, do your lyrics come naturally?
Naturally. Takes a minute. But I think all lyrics are naturally when they're coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it definitely, I'm very, can I beat this? Can I do better than this line? And so, I'm very hard on myself, so I tend to, correct myself a lot and try to get it as best as I can. Yeah. Yeah.
So you've, rewritten a lyric, a couple times, so you finally feel when do you know, you feel like that's right?
I think when it comes right, when it's I'm very much on lyrics have to give you a feeling, and so does the track as well. And so if I'll sing it through, and if that feels like it mixes in well and gives you that emotion that I'm trying to find, then I usually am like, okay, perfect, let's move on.
Yeah. You're like, okay, check.
Yeah.
Dylan's Gatekeeper, is there someone you would want to open for?
I mean, who's on tour? Taylor Swift, Harry Styles. I mean, obviously, my number is. Honestly, would I get to meet them though? Maybe, yeah.
I feel like, in the perfect world, this is the dream. Okay. And you know what? Let's also switch it. Who would you love to open up for you?
Oh. Well, if it was Harry Styles, I don't know if people would stay till my set. So
no, they are. This is Dylan's world.
Honestly, I also love the idea of having friends also open up for me. So one of my friends, Edie, she's an artist as well. So I would love for her to open up for me.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Maybe I'll ask her for the LA show.
Edie, are you free?
Are you free? Yeah, her or Avery Anna. I love Avery Anna. She's an amazing country artist. Yeah,
that would be cool.
She's really cool.
Ella Rin T. Mant, what's your next tattoo idea? Yeah, you just got a tattoo. Yeah, talk about that, and then what's your next idea?
It hurt.
Oh man.
I got it, so it's on my back. But what I didn't realize was I was like, yeah, I got this. And as he's like, all right, ready? I'm like, yeah. And then I realized I'm like, that's my back, and it's right on my ribs. I'm like,
ow, can we change it?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, he's like, let me know when you need a break. I'm like, no, just do it. I'm like, just get it over with. I'm like, no breaks. I know now not to wear sweatpants because I was sweating. Because, like, when that's happening, like, you're literally in pain.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was, like, 110 degrees in this tattoo shop. I was like, can we turn the AC on?
He's like, it's on full blast. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, also you have to sit still, which I have a problem with doing. I can't, there's a reason why I can't meditate. I just, like, tattoos, it's bad.
Painful meditation.
Yeah, it's a painful meditation. But I got that, so it's cowboy boots with a hat hanging on it. I got it for my parents because I wanted to do something for them, but I was thinking, oh, maybe like their birthday or something.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know if that's like, I feel like I see a lot of people usually do that. And so I thought, like, what is something that's like me but also makes sense? So the boots are my mom and the hat hanging is my dad.
That's
so,
cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like their little thing. Also, it's like the fact that like that's all my dad wears is a cowboy hat. So cowboy hat or boots, it's whichever. But yeah, so I got that for them. That was like my first tattoo.
Oh, that's
But
so
next
cute.
idea, I hope my mom's not watching this. I would love to do a spine tattoo, but I'm not sure what it's going to be, so I hope she's not watching this.
She'll see it.
Yeah.
She'll be like,
What does this mean?
that's going to hurt too.
Oh,
No.
yeah. But I guess there's like numbing cream, so
Oh, okay, perfect.
why just do that?
All of Lavina, do you ever get recognized in the streets? And if yes, how do you feel about it?
I get recognized for the Rookie a lot.
Yeah.
Which has never happened before. And I have like adults coming to me and I'm like, this is crazy because I used to have like people my age know me from other stuff. So it's interesting. I also, like, at my apartment complex, there's like police officers there and they saw me and they're like pointing at me and they're like, we have to come talk to you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And they came up to me and they're like, are you from the Rookie? And I was like, no way. I was like, you had me like terrified. I thought I was in trouble. And so even like cops watch the show. The security from my place watches it as well.
Funny.
So
did they ever ask you, like, can you give me a spoiler about the next episode?
oh no, actually I've never gotten that. On
Okay.
live I have, and I'm like,
Okay.
I don't even know. I'm like, I honestly don't even know.
Like, the script is not in front of me. Sorry, guys.
yeah, I'm like, they didn't give me the script, so I don't know.
Well, with that, Brad Volop, sorry. Are you going to do more TV shows or movies?
Yeah, I'm auditioning right now, but there's a hold on stuff right now. But I would love to be in a movie, and I'd love to be in a show too.
Yeah. Would you like to like write a song for the movie too?
Yeah, that'd
That'd
be
be-
sick.
All of it, like
Yeah.
full circle.
Yeah.
All the Love Lavina, even though you sometimes write about other couples, do you still feel that songs and aspects of yourself and your feelings?
Yeah, for sure. I think, especially with pieces, like, I've been through what that couple went through. And even though I wasn't going through it in that moment, I still know how that felt. And so it was easy for me to, get into it about that.
Yeah. Oh, I did miss a question about the Rookie. Hold on. Will there be another side of Tamara for the next season?
I don't know. I mean, I would love that. But right now, she's just, from the last season, she's in college. And, yeah, that's about it. So,
The script
we'll
is not
see.
in front of her.
I don't have the script. And if I did, I legally couldn't tell you. So, no, but I hope that I hope that she gets more involved. I think that would be really fun. So just like love that action stuff. Being on the Rookie and like being involved in that is also like so much fun because I like live off of that. I love the action stuff.
Yeah.
I love action movies. I love action shows.
Do you think that, or have you ever like played your music like on, or like is it anyone?
I have. So I was, this one scene that I did in season, I want to say it was season 5. The writing to me was like, hey, like, we have a scene where you're driving to music. Do you want it to be one of your songs? And I was like, wait, really? And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And he was like, what song? And I was like, probably my song Bitter, because that's like the most like, that seems like a song tomorrow I would listen to. And so like I'm like singing along to it in the car and then like pull up and then stop the music and yeah, it's just like so casual. Yeah.
That one's super upbeat too. That was one of your how many collabs? That's one. That one was with Nick.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Another collab, I think. Do you want to do more?
Oh, I
this
would
coming year?
love to. Yeah.
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 Okay, and then I think we have time for one more question before we do one last song. Take a guess of what it is. What was your personal favorite on Pieces? I feel like we might have asked that, but I just want to reiterate.
Personal favorite. It's the ending. It's that last part where it just feels like it's freeing. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it that just feels like you're finally like opening up and just letting all the weight off your shoulders.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite part.
Listen, I'm so excited that we get to hear some of these songs and that you got to chat with me about them.
Yeah.
This has been so fun, but stick around because we're not done yet. She's about to perform again. And Stream Pieces, guys, came out last night. Got 5 songs, and I keep looking at the wrong camera. I'm so sorry. Hi. We are super excited. Don't forget, June 29th, she's going to have a show. It's going to be the one-off, and she's going to be performing all of her songs from Pieces. It's already out. And here's Birthday Cake. Here's cake, guys. Get ready.
You called with the news, I thought you were kidding. You're always joking all the time. You kept breathing but stopped living. Held it like poison inside. They say everything happens for a reason, but it only makes you mad. 'Cause how in the hell can you believe on when nothing brings her back? It's hard to know what she would say. I think she wants to live like the world's on fire. Want you love like hearts don't break. Never look down when you walk the wire. Like she made it to 48, still made your birthday cake. All the pictures on the same walls. Looks like she just went to the store. And when you look into the mirror, does it make you miss her more? Win or lose, she was always on your side. Never missed a match. And when you see the moon, do you remember? She loves you there, back. It's hard to know what she would say. But I think she wants you to live like the world's on fire. Want you to love like hearts don't break. Never look down when you walk the wire. Like she made it to 48, still made your birthday cake. She still made your birthday cake. Want you to live like the world's on fire. Want you to love like hearts don't break. Never look down when you walk the wire. Like she made it, she made it. Oh, want you to live like the world's on fire. Want you to love like hearts don't break. Never look down when you walk the wire. Like she made it to 48, still made your birthday cake. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for hanging with us. If you're craving more Guild TV content, stick around. Tomorrow we will be in Santa Monica live at Good Boy Bob Coffee for our summer series featuring some of your favorite creators like more at 2 p.m. PT. And stick around because the party continues with DJ Mabel and our creator program in just a few seconds. But happy Friday, and thank you so much, Dylan Conrique.
Thank you for having
And Stream
me.
Pieces, that was so fun. We'll see you next time. Are we out? Are we still here? Stream was out. Oh.
It's okay.
Are we good?
This is where I dance.
I haven't cried or cracked the ice. No, you and I, we've just been fine. We've just been fine.